Hold on, fellas, I'm here. About to get the podcast underway. This is the football dad, aka the Steelers guru. Right back at you once again with the AHFL late season podcast. Most realistic, competitive Madden franchise around, baby. We here about to get y'all up to speed on what's happening in the league, what's going down in the league. Oh, yeah. Hey, guys, let me know if you can hear me clear or you cannot. Then I'll make the adjustment and, hopefully I can fix it and we can roll. So I haven't had a podcast in a minute. Welcome all to a AHFL, aka Adults Hardcore Fans League, the most realistic competitive Madden franchise out and around. So many good users, great users, highly skilled to pay the bills. What up, the Dump Bar 71? Packers user. He was gone for a minute on vacay. Now he coming back, trying to make a final push for the playoffs. Repping God in the house. One of the commissions, 49ers, trying to run it back to back Super Bowls. He was the champion last year. Now he's trying to make it two in a row. So we'll see. Got the playoffs around the corner. Like I always do. Let me get you guys up to speed on the new users that are in here and the old users that are left. So first, I'm going to shout out P330X. He was in AHFL a while back with the Cleveland Browns, left, came back recently. I believe this is his second game since he's been back. As you can see, he lost to the Saints. He's now the Dolphins. Shout out P330X. We got Lions user in the building. Of course, he's a diehard Lions fan. We welcome him to AHFL. Reppin' God says no pressure. I hope so. That's what you need to run it back to back. Feel no pressure. Take one game at a time. Focus. Hocus pocus. Put your magic into the Madden system. Am Zerch. Welcome to the league. Glad to have you here, buddy. We got Dumb Tisk. He's a diehard Chicago Bears fan. Welcome to the league. Then we got Thor's Hammer, who's no longer with us anymore. He left the group chat. So while I'm on here, I'm going to kick his ass from the league. Hopefully he didn't do no shady shit before I kicked him. He ended up actually quitting in the third quarter while he was down 24-7, knowing goddamn well the rule states that you have to be down by 21 points or more in the fourth quarter before you can concede, but it's mental makeup didn't allow it to get that far. Weak in the mentals, you can't take it, you will bounce before you're down by 21 points. So his ass is out the league. And you know what happens when you ain't got the mental strength to hang in this league. You either leave on your own or you get the boot. So he's not here no more. So we need a Colts user, preferably a diehard Colts fan. Teams open right now. We need a Cardinals user. We need an Eagles user. We try and get some diehard fans in here that know how to ball, that can take a L. Bones Kruger in the house, aka Ball So Hard. What up, brother? You know, I love our battles, man. We be battling this shit. You got me this year, man. I got you twice last year. You got me this year. I took some hard ass L's. You know, we ain't gonna get in all that right now. I'm gonna continue on with the podcast, but we probably gonna revisit it, you know, before this podcast is over with. Y'all gonna hear the details of me and Bones Kruger's battles. But first, we gonna get to the playoff picture, baby. See what's going on. Look forward to the playoffs. So the playoff picture as it stands right now, we got Bones Kruger going up against the Bengals. Bengals user still trying to hold on. Hey, Bones Kruger, stay up for that game, baby. Lions is in the league. He is active in the group chat. He's trying to ball. You know, he sees what type of record you got, and he's trying to test out his skills. He's trying to see if he got what it takes to compete with the elite in this league. So, hey, oblige that young man, get that game on, and we're going to see if his progression, where it's at right now. So, you know, I know you got the Ramadan is going on and you fasting and all that. You know, assalamu alaikum and all that. You know, let me see you guys get it on tonight, Bones. What time, Bones? I'm gonna be up late, so Rat trying to watch our game. I'm trying to watch our game. I'm sure there's a lot of other people trying to watch our game in the league. You know how we like to tune in to the elite league users. Hey, shout out to the league users that need to step their game up too. You watch the elite users in the league, see how they do things, implement them into your game, and we can make this league more competitive. You know, we can make it something real special where every team, every user is competitive, and we can just stand out like that. So, you know, going down the list in the playoffs, uh, we got the Patriots going up against the Colts, which is unfortunate because we don't have a Colts user right now. So hopefully before the playoffs start, we can get a Colts user in here that will be able to get the Patriots user a game in the playoffs. We hate to have a sim in the playoffs. So, and I know damn well Patriots ain't gonna play the computer in the playoffs. Shit, I wouldn't. So hopefully we're able to get a Colts user, like I said, in the playoffs. Now we got the Texans user going up against moi, aka Steelers Guru, aka the football dad. And you know what? Texans user has definitely stepped it up. I believe this will be his first time in the playoffs. And his first time in the playoffs looks like I'm on the docket. So I welcome it. You know, I'll be glad to play him and see what the Texans user is going to be hitting for his first time in the playoffs. Now, on the NFC side, we got the Washington football team up against the Buccaneers. Oh, that's going to be a good one. Shout out Washington user. He's definitely gotten better, you know, and he's in the playoffs with the number 2 seed with Dwayne Haskins as his quarterback. So all the users out there, if you got a sucky ass quarterback, no excuses. This man is the number 2 seed with Dwayne Haskins at quarterback. So if he can do that, you can do that. It's just a matter of putting in the work, being determined to get better, and you can do it. So no excuses. So the next game, it look like it's going on right now is Carolina and Dallas. Whoa! We got Carolina. Oh, I peeped your injuries, Leach. I peeped your injuries, man. That's tough. That's tough. But I also seen that a lot of your players injured is going to be back within 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So you should have your full complement of players when you make it to the playoffs. So that's the good thing. Maybe Antonio Gibson comes back early, or, I'm not sure about him. He might come back your second game in the playoffs, but, I like the way you playing right now, and it looks like you will get past the first game, so you probably going to have Antonio Gibson back. So Dallas user, he's always in the playoffs. Of course, he's a diehard Cowboys fan. Against Carolina, I believe this is his second year in the playoffs. He's definitely gotten better since he's been here. So shout out Panthers and Cowboys. That would be a great matchup in round one. Look who we have in round one as well. As of right now, we got the Dunbar, diehard Packers fan up against San Francisco 49ers, and they just played. I believe San Francisco blew out the Dunbar and his Packers. So Dunbar, looks like you will, as of right now, get a chance to redeem yourself. So get in the lab, see what you've done wrong this last game, so it can be even more competitive the first round of the playoffs, baby. Now, just going over some things. Yeah, we laugh. Shout out Nez BBC, who's our Panthers user in the house. Yes, sir. Let's just go over some games that have been played in the past couple weeks in AHFL. Let's go back a couple weeks. Just meaningful games. We just gonna take a look at and run past. We had Carolina lose to Miami. P330X. This was his first game in the league. Came away with a win. So a good start for him. And just me, I just got blasted out of the roof by the best user in AHFL was the Chargers user, who's undefeated again. This is his second season, going this late in the season undefeated, and it looks like he's trying to get that third Super Bowl trophy. So shout out Chargers. I know we had a little dust up in the group chat, but it's all good, bro. We all grown men and shit like that's gonna happen. It's just gonna happen. It is what it is. No hard feelings. That shit's in the past. So, I respect his skills, man. I respect his skills. So, users out there, if you're trying to get better, definitely check out the Chargers. That man does his thing. He's definitely nice with the passing. He had a long ass directional pass in the game against us. I was like, what the fuck? Down to the 1 yard. I was like 40 yards. I was in like cover 4. He hit me up in the middle, in the deep in the middle of the field. I was like, man, shit. That's how I knew personally that this guy is not to be fucked with. When he hit that pass, Brandon Gully Gaming in the house, who is our Bills user. What up? You play? Yes, you do play me next week, and I need to continue on with my role going into the playoffs. So hopefully you don't ruin my momentum that I have established coming off a win against the Colts. Hopefully I can go in the playoffs winners of winning 2 in a row. He said, Bones Kruger said I brought my damn safety down. I might have, Bones. I might have been out of position. User in my safety. I ain't seen the film. Yet. I'm gonna have to take a look at the film. He said, not me. All right, so I'm not exactly sure who Bones Kruger is referring to. So we got Brandon Gully Gaming. He said Josh Allen had 620 passing yards, and he did. He dead. So, hey, yeah, good luck to you as well, man. I normally don't like to wish my opponents good luck, but since you started off the good luckness, I'ma just hit you off with the boomerang and good luck to you as well. But I am gonna be determined to go into the playoffs on a good note. So hopefully you don't ruin that for me, brother. Oh, he said me. I brought the safety down, so I'm gonna have to not bring the safety down if I see the Chargers in the playoffs. But he's definitely the Chargers user is going to be one to reckon with in the playoffs. So it's going to be fun. We all know the playoffs. The pressure is through the roof, to the utmost. And I'm definitely a user that succumbs to the playoffs. So hopefully I can write this shit, man. It all started a long time ago when I made it to the Super Bowl when I had the Carolina Panthers and I played the Patriots in Madden 14. And so I had some fucked up shit happen to me, but we ain't gonna go there. I'm gonna just try to put it in the back of my brain and forget about it. This is a new playoff season for me, so I need to start off in that bitch with no pressure and ready to go. But anyway, we got Washington football team beat the shit out of the Las Vegas Raiders 50-21. Las Vegas Raiders was doing good this season. He started out a little bit shaky, a couple L's, but he's been on a little run, and I see him getting better. Yo, Sally sold FYI. We gonna need you to download that Twitch, brother. We trying to watch some games of you. Now, I normally don't let the shit slide as far as users not having Twitch, but we haven't had a good Raiders user since I've been commissioned the league, since the league started. You seem to be a above average to good one, so we trying to work with you, brother. We keeping you in the league. Twitch ain't that hard. Get the shit under control and download Twitch, brother. Now, going down the line, we got the Falcons user who got blasted by Reppin' God. Falcons user, man. We had a Falcons user before who was a longtime AHFL member, Scotty Too Hot. He's not with us no more. You took the place of him. So I'm gonna need you to get on that level, brother. I'm gonna need you to come with the same user skilled thunder as Scotty Too Hotty, man. You gotta step it up, bro. But there's a draft. You're gonna need to take full advantage of this draft. I don't know where you lacking at, but from the 41 points that San Francisco put up, it's going to looks like you need help on defense. So get you some help on defense, bro. And I've been peeping you some games of yours, and you do lack on defense. And just use your whole draft on defense because we really want the Falcons to be. And I know you're a diehard Falcons fans. We really want the Falcons to be competitive, man. So, you know, step your game up on defense, bro. Like for real. So Kansas City, it looked like this game was played. They beat Super Nate 70-19. Super Nate, that trade ain't looking too good for you, bro. I know you traded away Cortland Sutton. You probably could have used some more offense this game, being that he put up 70 points, but I'm not quite sure if you was going to be able to stay with him when he put up 70 points. I don't foresee you putting up 55 or 60 some. So, that probably wouldn't have helped you right there, bro. But keep your head up. And there's a draft coming up after the season. So hopefully you can get some pieces and regain the swagger that you had in the past so that you can become competitive and not get your ass beat 70-19. Now, going down the line, and we had New England beat Tennessee 24-23. And I actually watched this game. Tough L for Tennessee. Tough L because he was driving at the end of the game to take the lead, but he threw an interception as he was scrambling in the middle of the field with the quarterback. Personally, I think he could have scrambled with the quarterback and picked up some yards and possibly gotten a field goal to take the lead or even a touchdown. And I know you enthusiastic. I hear you. I see you in a group chat talking your shit about your Titans. We love users who's definitely enthusiastic and diehard fans of their teams that they're using. So much respect to you. We love you in the group chat. Love you in the league. Keep doing your thing. It seems like you have the willingness to get better, and I know you will for next season. So just keep plugging away, bro. Tough loss, but hey, tough losses make you stronger and enable you to be a better user in the future. Now, going down, we got Baltimore beating Cleveland 31-17. This game was more out of hand than I thought it would be. Cleveland uses a good user. I played him a couple times. He's a good user. Unless he just gets up for games against me, being that I'm the commissioner, let me beat the commissioner's ass or be on my game when I play the commissioner. I don't know, but when I played him, he's a hard user, and that game went down to the wire. I think the one game went in our last game went into overtime, so I know he got it in him to play a great game. He's a different user on defense, being that he uses the defensive line, does it quite well, I might add. He's always in the backfield, user and someone on the defensive line. We know Cleveland has a great defensive lineman with Oliver Vernon, and Akubal or whatever his name is, and then we got Miles Garrett's probably one of the best defensive linemen in Madden. So I can understand and see why he uses the defensive line. So users out there, if you user the defensive line, Cleveland is a guy that you might want to take a look at his Twitch and see what he does as far as using the defensive line and implement it into your game. Otherwise, user the middle linebacker or a linebacker or the safety. And that's normally what users do. Normally, it's hard to come away with wins if you user the defensive line. Like I said, Cleveland is a user you want to look to see how he does it and to get better, to better yourself and implement it into your game. So next, we're going down the line. Cincinnati beat the New York Jets in Week 14, and taking his lumps, taking his losses, but he's hanging in there. And in the group chat, it looked like he has the willingness to stay in the league, see it through. So hopefully, after he hits up the draft, he can become one of our good to elite users next year, which will be season 3 in AHFL Adults Hardcore Fans League, baby. And we will see. So let's move on to week 15. Let's take a look at some of the games that happened this week. We got the Cincinnati Bengals come away with another win, 28-24 against the Detroit Lions. It was a close game. Went down to the wire. Looks like Cincinnati got a touchdown in the fourth quarter to take the lead and pull it out. Definitely an all-around offensive ball game for Cincinnati, piling up 211 yards rushing and 189 yards passing. So he kept it balanced. Definitely kept it balanced. Lions user had 5 turnovers. So Cincinnati Bengals 3 turnovers, and you can best believe that was the key to the game when the Lions had more turnovers than the Bengals. Now, let's take a look at some more games in Week 15. We had the Rams beat the Green Bay Packers 41-30. Everybody knows that Green Bay Packers is not really, he's a good user, but he's not really one for defense. Normally beats users in shootouts. So he still has to get better on defense for him to become a user that win the Super Bowl. So we had Cleveland beat Minnesota 12-6. Minnesota user, he's known to do this from time to time, go MIA and stuff like that. He lost Dalvin Cook, so I'm not sure if that sucked some of the motivation out of him or not, but we're going to need you to be your usual self that you were this season and start playing your games, communicating better and all that. Yeah, I would agree, man. You get you some players that Dunbar71 says need to hit up defense in the draft. I would agree. Get you some nice defensive players but you're definitely going to have to step it up as far as a user as well. So combine those two things together, more talent and getting better as a user, man, I think you can be great on defense. And your defensive prowess can match your offensive prowess, and you can definitely contend with a Super Bowl, man. So going down, week 15, we got the Chargers doing his thing, beating the shit out of people, which he normally does, 38-17. He beat Kansas City. Kansas City user is not here no more. He left the league. So, and we have a Kansas City user is in the group chat. He didn't get the invite yet on Madden, but we're gonna get him in there. I know he's new to leagues, but he says he plays a lot of online head-to-heads. So hopefully, with all the practicing online head-to-heads, he can come in, hit the ground running, and be competitive in his division. Because Lord knows, five-star hustler, he needs some competition in his division. And who better to give him some competition than if we can get an elite Kansas City Chiefs user in here, especially with the talent on that roster, especially on offense, to come in and give this Chargers user who's been dominating this league and his division for a while now. So we got Reppin' God chiming in. He says, I honestly think the D line controls the whole game. If they apply the pressure, then your defensive backs don't need to be superior. I could agree with you. In this game, it's very rare that you come across a team with an elite offensive line. And if you don't have a good to elite offensive line, the defensive line is going to get in there, get sacks, cause your quarterback to rush passes, which the other team's defensive backs can make easy interceptions. It's just like the real NFL, though. Only a few teams have elite offensive lines, and teams that I can think of off the bat, like the Indianapolis Colts, the Dallas Cowboys used to have elite offensive lines. That's one of them. I know in real life the Cleveland Browns they had the number one offensive line according to Pro Football Focus last year. So they had an elite offensive line in real life as well, and they do on Madden as well. So those teams with elite offensive line are few and far between. No, it's only a couple. You can count, like I said, the times you can count the number of teams on one hand that have elite offensive lines. And other than that, you just got to make it work as a user, as far as your play calling, getting the ball out quick, using plays that can get the ball out quick, like wide receiver screens, halfback screens, slants, little 5 and outs and things like that. And your running game that can tire out the defensive line and or have the user look at trying to stop the run, and you can hit them up with the pass, because we all know it's all about faking out the other user for the most part sometimes. So you can create opportunities for yourself that can possibly nullify great defensive lines by the way you call plays. So yeah, that is what it is. Madden 22, and we got Rapper God chiming in again. He says Madden 22, San Fran will have a top 5 O line. We'll see. We'll see. It's a lot of all season still left. So some trades can still happen in the real life. We got the draft coming up. And then we don't know how EA is going to do with their ratings, because sometimes they don't be giving the players the ratings that they need to have. So it's a lot that can happen, Reppin' God, between now and Man 22. But I see you're looking forward to having an elite offensive line, so hopefully you do. And hopefully I do, even though I probably won't. Shit, I'm used to the Steelers' offensive line sucking. I just have to continue to wreck my brain as far as going through my playbook and supplementing for me having a ass offensive line. Now, going down the schedule, continuing to go down the schedule in week 15, I played my arch nemesis, Bones Kruger, in which I lost 30-14, making it my second loss to Bones Kruger this year. And I know you can't tell by the score, but it was a great ass game. It was a great game. You know, tight all the way through. He pulled away in the last 2 minutes. He got a pick six. But let me just give y'all the rundown on this game. I was driving with 2 minutes and some seconds left to take the lead. And in the fourth quarter, I caught a pass. I threw a pass to my running back. My running back made it down to like the 15-yard line. You know, I was driving and I was like, oh shit, I forgot what button was the give yourself up button. So I got caught up in my mind, like, I can't go out of bounds because this dude still got 3 timeouts left. And I don't want him to tackle me because McFarland already fumbled earlier in the game. Oh shit, what the fuck should I do? I don't want to go out of bounds. I don't want to get tackled because this running back already fumbled earlier in the game. I'm just caught between a rock and a hard place. So my mind froze. So he hit stick the shit out of me. And the running back ended up fumbling anyway. He picks up the fumble, runs it in for a touchdown, and I end up being down by 8 points. So that was basically the game right there. I get the ball back. So I'm like, oh shit, I need to score a touchdown. Let me try to pass my way down the field, even though he got a great defense and my offensive line sucked. So I end up throwing the interception to Patrick Queen, who jumped in front of my wide receiver. He runs it back all the way for another touchdown, and that's how the game ended up becoming 30-14. I ain't want no more after that. I was like, man, let me just nail it because I'm tired of the dumb shit happening with the turnovers. I don't want no more dumb shit happening, so I'm gonna just nail the fucking ball and game over. So that's how that game ended. Bones Kruger end up beating me 30-14. So two close games in reality that I end up losing to Bones Kruger, man. So, man, fuck. And the hit stick ended up coming from Marcus Peters after the game. I looked at his hit stick rating, his hit power rating. The motherfucker's hit power rating is 63. So I'm like, fuck, this dude's hit power rating is 63 and he's getting a clutch hit stick at the end of the game to win the game. No, your hit power rating is 63. Shit, you should be regular tackling me. Anyway, make a long story short. But anyway, I had 5 turnovers and he had 1. So that's probably the key to the game right there. God damn it. So let me continue to go down to the week 15 and just check out the games. 66-34. We got the Seahawks beating the Jaguars 66. And, you know, shout out Seahawks, man. You're having a great fucking season, dog. 66 points you putting up. I know you was going to leave after last season, but you was like, you know what? I got unfinished business. Let me come back to this bitch. Finn's here. Shout out 330, boy. Finn's here. What up, bro? Welcome back to the league. I see you. You had to win your first game back. I see you, baby. Shout out 330. But let me get back to the Seahawks, man. He was going to leave after last season, but he was like, yo, I got unfinished business. I had a great season last season, but I end up losing in the playoffs. I need to come back so I could get my Super Bowl. So, and he's the user that I believe he beat Reppin' God twice this year, the defending Super Bowl champion. So, y'all got a little thing going on. You won the Super Bowl last year. He beat you twice this year. That's gonna make if y'all meet for the play in the playoffs, that shit should be epic. I'll definitely be tuning in. NFC West rivalry, baby. Seahawks, 49ers. We know how it was in real life with the Legion of Boom and Colin Kaepernick and Vernon Davis and them boys. It look like they trying to bring it back in Madden. So we gonna be happy to see that shit if y'all end up playing in the playoffs. Now, going down the line, San Francisco with the huge win against Houston. 41-17. Houston users step it up, but San Francisco smashed him out, putting up 41 points. We got Dallas and Atlanta. Dallas beat Atlanta 35-19. We got the Dallas user doing his thing, diehard Cowboys fan. And we got Tennessee beating Buffalo 41-13. Now, let's go over to the week that we are in right now. We got Elfin Jet stepping it up. I know he plays a little schizophrenic and shit. Some weeks he's off and he gets beat. Some weeks he beats people, a little inconsistent, but this week he beat one of the best users in our league, 28-25. Looked like it was a great game. New England scored 8 points in the fourth quarter to come within 3 points. So, but New England had 6 turnovers to Jacksonville's 2 turnovers. And what do I always say about turnovers? That probably was the key to the game. And Jacksonville Jaguars with their balanced attack, 159 rushing yards to 140 passing yards, balanced. So shout out Jaguars. I know he missed a couple games this year due to the fact that he had to go out of town or something like that, or he would probably be close to playoff contention. Now, Houston beating Cleveland 31-17. Let's take a look at the stats from this game. Cleveland with 3 turnovers. Looks like Houston. Oh, look at that fourth quarter. Putting up 21 points in the fourth to seal the deal, come away with the win. So it looked like he got some clutchness in him when it matters the most in the fourth quarter. That's when you get your best, putting up 21 points in the fourth. So, and we got the Dolphins beating the Saints 30-27. P330X coming away with another win. We're going to be looking forward to you, P330X. Starting off season 3 fresh with those Dolphins. We're going to look forward to see how you do. See if you can get busy in that AFC East. We got the Patriots who made it to last year's Super Bowl, end up losing to the 49ers. We got, who else is in that AFC East? We got the Bills getting better steadily, doing his thing, remaining in the league, trying to become the king. Let me quit rhyming for y'all, man. I'm a little corny right now. I've been drinking a little bit off the Apple Crown Royal, putting it down for the podcast. Yes, sir, 330 boy. We happy to have you as well, man. You been with us for a while, and we understand this life. You could get busy sometimes, but you got me in the group chat. You got my user tag in the group chat. So you hit me up. You can always hit me up, man. See what's going on with the league, and that's for all the users out there who still got me as a friend in the group chat. You can always hit me in and hit me up and see if we got an open spot. Get back in, especially if you bring in the competition. If you don't ask to get back in the league. We don't want ass users, but if you good, we'll gladly accept you into this hellhole we call AHFL and see if you can come out the other end great and not quit. So, but we got the Jets losing 60-29. I don't know. Did the Jets lose this game on purpose to get a high draft pick? Or was he actually playing? No, let me quit. Buffalo, you earned this win, baby, man. I'm glad you got your first win in the league. That's dope shit. Hopefully you got some confidence up in you from this win and you can use it to be a better user next season. Now, Tampa Bay come away with the win against the Los Angeles Rams. I know the Los Angeles Rams is trying to come up out from under Jared Goff. Hey, shout out your boy Lance, man. I think he's trying to do that real life Stafford Goff trade. I already hit you up in the group chat, so if y'all can maybe work out the real life trade where you can get from up under Goff and he can get Stafford. I know there's some draft picks involved. I know you're gonna have a high draft pick. Maybe you don't want to give that up. Maybe you do, but this is a league. We like realism. So if you guys can make that, that's an option for you, Rams. So, think about it and whatever you want to do. Brandon Gilly Gaming say he gonna bring it next season. Bring it, baby. Bring it, baby. We always got open arms for the competition, that's for sure. Always gonna be coming at you with open arms. Oh, check this out. Denver beat Cincinnati 31-14. I know Denver, longtime user with us. Shout out Super Nate 45. Wasn't having his best season, but end of the season, as you can see, still going hard. He's like, yo, I'ma still go hard. And he did. He beat the Cincinnati Bengals, who's in contention for a playoff spot, 31-14. We got Lions user chiming in saying, I am down. Give me Goff and those draft picks. I know you want those draft picks, especially since they're going to be high draft picks. And that's, what I'm saying? So I definitely feel you. So Denver, ain't giving up. So the users out there, don't give up, man. Keep competing, keep doing your thing, and you might be able to build some momentum for next season if you keep competing. You don't know, but you're not gonna know if you give up. But Cincinnati with 6 turnovers, and we got the Denver Broncos with the balanced attack. So shout out Denver Broncos, man, building some momentum. All right, we got 5-star Hustler, and I know Titans was super excited about this game, but everybody in the group chat was like, no, don't be super excited about this game. The Chargers is a beast. He was like, yo, but who y'all got for this game? And everybody was like, Chargers. And he was like, wow, like nobody got me? No, Chargers user is good. But continue to work at it, and maybe we will have you next season if and when you play the Chargers or anybody else. Now, my game I just played, I beat the Indianapolis Colts, and I needed this. I needed this win. I beat him 24-7. Like I said, he quit this game in the third quarter. I guess he didn't interpret the rules right because you can only quit in the fourth quarter when you're down by 21 points or more. So you don't want to be quitting in the third quarter. That's going to get your ass kicked out the league. So that's why I had to come at him in the group chat like, yo, the rules state that you can't quit until the fourth quarter. And he was like, yo, like, I'm out. And I was like, bye, motherfucker. Like, shit, you ain't that good anyway. But this was my first game with Leach says, I need Bears to beat the Seahawks. Yeah, Bears is our new user. Play your game, man. You don't want to be coming into the league and not playing your games. First impressions, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So play your game. We got the 49ers beat the Packers 57-13. 49ers, and I know they was talking a little bit about this game in the group chat. So, hey, Packers, this is a game to learn from. 6 turnovers from Packers. Aaron Rodgers is going to have to be a little bit more careful with the ball, especially when you're going up against this veteran commissioner user repping God 14, San Francisco 49ers. He's a diehard San Francisco 49ers fan, by the way. I'm not sure if he was old enough to check him out when Joe Montana and Jerry Rice and them was doing their thing back in the 80s, but I was. I was checking them out. I always been a diehard fan. So 42 years old now. And the 49ers ruled the 80s. Bill Walsh and them boys. So, Shout out Reppin' God doing this thing once again. I'm back in the crib too. I was just out not too long ago, and I ran into, you know, I'm in Atlanta right now. Me and the family, we went to a spot, a little shopping, little plaza, and we ran into a player from the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I actually got a picture with this player and my son. My wife posted it on Instagram, and his name is John Vay Johnson. So I'm gonna just let you guys check out the player that we ran into. He plays for the Dallas Cowboys. No, he plays for the Jacksonville Jaguars now. He played for Dallas. Now he plays for Jacksonville. And I'm gonna just let you guys um, check him out. Who we ran into while we was out shopping earlier today. Like I said, I got a picture with him and my son. Um, his name is John Vay Johnson. He went to Toledo University. Here's this cat right now. 5'11", 192 pounds. Y'all know I had to come in the house and look him up on Madden. And this is this cat right now. Fast ass cat, 92 speed. He's on the Rams. So he's the Rams' fastest wide receiver. So shout out John Vay Johnson. You got a picture with my son. I told my son, like, yo, and my son had his jersey on, his flag football jersey on. He plays for the Jets in flag football. And he seen my son with his jersey on. He was like, who you play for? My son was like, I play flag football for the Jets. He was like, yo, I play for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I was like, cool, let me get a picture with my son and shit. You are who my son aspires to be in the NFL, John Vay Johnson. So shout out John Vay Johnson, man. Appreciate the picture, man. You know what I mean? That's dope running into an NFL player, you know. But let's check out the standings. Let's check out the standings so we can show you guys out there um, who the top users is. Chargers, of course. Seahawks 13-1 having a great season. Ravens, football team, and 49ers. And that's who my top 5 users is. Number 1, Chargers. Number 2, Seahawks 13-1. Number 3, Ravens. Number 4, football team, and number 5, 49ers. There you go. Standings in the man made it easy for me to give out my top 5 users. There we go. So there you have it, folks. This is the Steelers Guru, aka the Football Dad, for the AHFL official podcast, late season podcast. I will be bringing you guys, of course, for the excitement of the playoffs, a playoff podcast. So you're going to want to tune into that. But we're going to rock out in the playoffs. And this is the Steelers Guru, aka the Football Dad. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well as follow me on Twitch if you haven't already. And I will be seeing you, everybody out there, later in the playoffs. Peace.